Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to break down the title update that just dropped. So, this is going to be the second title update in November, and I'll be talking about the gameplay changes. Now, if you want to read the full patch notes, I'm going to include that in the comment section as well as the description. So, just click on the link, and then you guys can check out the notes for yourself. But I will be breaking down the gameplay. Now, before I get into it, I just want to mention that I did post a high level breakdown of Kobo versus Henry yesterday. So, if you guys want to get better at Madden, the best way is to watch the pro players, and I break it down for you in a way that should make it easy for you to kind of copy some of the things they're doing and the reasoning behind what they're doing. So after you're done with this video, go check that out. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to mention is not really gameplay related. It's more about XFactors and superstar abilities. They have updated it to include some new XFactors. I'm not going to really talk about what they do, but if you just scroll down, you'll see that there's a bunch of players that have been updated. So new superstars, and then there's also guys who were downgraded, as you can see right here. So check out the full list, but I just wanted to point that out. If you guys play a lot of regs or CFM, this is a pretty big deal for you guys. They don't do this too often, so this is a pretty big dub. Okay, let's get into these gameplay changes. I'm going to focus on a few of these that I do consider pretty big, and we'll go ahead and start with this first one here. Refix the issue causing the kick meter menu to move after a pause and sometimes cover up the kick meter. This is one that I'm sure every single one of you has experienced at some point, and it was just really annoying. You had to basically make your kicks just based on timing. You couldn't see the accuracy, you couldn't see the power, and it just shouldn't have been in the game. So luckily they fixed that. I haven't been on to kind of verify that they have, but I'm sure that it's no longer an issue. Now let's talk about the big one, and this is something that people have been asking for since launch day basically. And it's fix an issue with avoidance logic, sometimes causing receivers to stop their route when running a slant route. And this is a huge deal because slants are traditionally good against both man and zone. And one of the best route combinations in the game every year is slant post. And this is going to open that back up. I haven't checked to see if it's actually working, but from what I've heard, it is. And some people thought that it was intentional. Some people thought because in real football, sometimes slants can convert to kind of sit routes against zone. That's what they were doing. But in my opinion, it was very clearly a bug and not the intention. So I'm very glad slants are back. This is one of the best hot routes in the game. That doesn't cost you AP. Like, you don't need additional routes for it. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty big deal for really any kind of offense. Meta offense, off meta. Offense definitely won with this one. So let's talk about a couple more things in this section and then we'll move on. So the first one's going to be right here. Fix an issue sometimes causing a user control defender to attempt an effort catch instead of an actual catch attempt. Me personally, I have no idea what they're talking about with an effort catch versus an actual catch attempt. The verbiage is just kind of confusing me. If you guys have an idea of what they're talking about, please let me know in the comment section because I'm definitely curious. But I assume it's a good thing if it involves the user maybe catching more picks. And then we have this final note right here, which is tuning to increase interception catch chance. And I really don't believe them on this. I've seen this so many times in their patch notes where they make this claim, and I personally don't see any difference, or it's very marginal. So for instance, the most recent title update, they talked about catching wide open picks. And from my experience, if I did not have pick artist on my defender, I wasn't really, or lurk artist, I wasn't really seeing much of an uptick in caught picks. Like maybe it was very marginally better, but maybe this is talking about actual, contested catch scenarios. It isn't explicit, and they put it at the very bottom of this section, which tells me they might be trying to just kind of bury it or hide it. So I don't fully buy it, but I'm hoping that it is definitely increased because people should be punished for bad reads. And to wrap up the gameplay changes, we do have a blocking section, but there wasn't really anything in here that I found to be worth mentioning because it's all very niche. It's just kind of play related, it's formation related, as opposed to being something more universal. I would have liked to see them address, the disengages from 6-1, for instance. I tagged Clint on Twitter. I don't think he saw it or cared, but I asked him to maybe consider bringing back the pinch adjustment for your offensive line. That was taken out of the game, I think, when Double Team was introduced, but I really don't understand why they took it out when it's just a good additional adjustment and keeps people from squeezing through your offensive line at the cost of giving up edge pressure, which I think is fine. Maybe it's because some people were letting defensive ends come in and then we're like chop blocking with the running back. I think there's ways to kind of fix that. I would like to see them add the pinch adjustment back. If you agree, let me know in the comment section if you guys missed that adjustment as well. But I didn't really see anything else in here worth mentioning. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up on my end. If you guys want to check out the full patch notes, as always, I will include that in the description and the comment section. They do talk about franchise mode. Seems pretty minor in here. Madden Ultimate Team, Superstar mode, and then what to expect out of Season 3 in MUT. They do include this pretty sweet Michael Vick card for free. You do need to upgrade him as you progress through the Season Pass, but this will be a really fun card to use. 94 speed, pretty incredible, even though it's going to take a couple weeks to get him. That'll be fun to use. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this patch notes breakdown. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe for more content, and then make sure to go check out that Kobo versus Henry breakdown. That was my upload from yesterday. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.